Good evening, Oswego, and welcome to WTOP 10 Thursday Night News, your connection to Oswego and beyond. I'm Adam Rupsick.
And I'm Brittany Hoffman. Today is September 27th, and this is your news, sports, and weather. All before the first commercial break. Let's take a look at your top stories. 10 News starts now.
An Oneida County man wanted for questioning following a deadly stabbing earlier this month is now in custody. Frank Aiello, 36, turned himself in to investigators earlier this week after a warrant was issued for his arrest. He was wanted for the questioning regarding the death of Joseph Andrewski, who was stabbed during the fight outside the Tannberg American Legion in the town of Ansville on September 8th. No one has been charged with Andrewski's death, but Aiello is charged for third-degree assault for allegedly kicking Andrewski's wife while she was on the ground trying to help her husband.
An Oneida County man was stopped at Syracuse's Hancock International Airport checkpoint after TSA agents found a loaded handgun in his carry-on bag. TSA said that the .25 caliber pistol was detected as it passed through the X-ray machine. TSA said that the unloaded firearms can only be transported in a locked, hard-sided container in checked baggage. The traveler was not identified. Officials say that the traveler had missed his original flight. He was not charged and later allowed to rebook his flight.
Well, Brittany, we had a great day in Oswego today.
We did, Adam.
We'll take a quick look outside with our meteorologist, Ryan Donegan.
Ryan, what's it looking like out there? Not bad.
Good.
I don't know, 3-4 days or so. We're tracking some rain coming our way later tonight and tomorrow, and maybe for the second half of the weekend as well. But today we did get to 60 degrees here. We're down to 55 right now. There's a few clouds around, but the moon is pretty bright tonight. The full moon, I believe, is Saturday night, but probably get the best view of it tonight while it's clear. We'll take a look at your 3-day.
We apologize for our technical difficulties outside. He'll be in to give us your weather in just a moment. Some federal money is on the way to help fight gang violence in Syracuse. A new initiative called Syracuse Truce is being launched. The city is one of 9 nationwide to receive the funding, and $300,000 will be used for enhanced enforcement, including 40 saturated patrols. The initiative will also include outreach efforts, more publicity of gang-related convictions, and even meetings with high-risk offenders to provide options for changing their lives. Officials expect the program to be fully up and running sometime after October 1st.
A young father of Rome, New York, was found guilty of 3 counts of assault against his infant daughter on Thursday. 20-year-old Jonathan Greener spent the past week on trial, facing 5 accounts of assault in connection with 6 broken bones, cuts, and bruises found on his 8-week-old daughter. The assistant district attorney based their argument around the girl's mother's testimony that the father roughly handled the child on multiple occasions.
Identical twin brothers accused of robbing banks in New York were released from jail Wednesday. 21-year-olds Daniel and Corey Amorosa were arrested in May for robbing a couple of Long Island banks. At first, police thought the same suspect was robbing and driving the getaway car until they caught the twins together. Police say they made about $3,800 from the holdups. Authorities have them listed as needing money to pay off Daniel Amorosa's drug dealer fees. Both were sentenced to 6 months in jail last month, but were released for the served time and are on 5 years probation. Today is rape.
What camera are we on?
2. Today is Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network Day. To tell us more about this, Patrick Malowski, is standing by the campus center with more information. Pat? Again, we apologize for our technical difficulties. Dr. Peter Carruthers, professor of philosophy at the University of Maryland, will deliver the 24th annual Warren Steinkraus Lecture on Human Ideals. The author of a dozen scholarly books, Carruthers holds a doctorate from the University of Oxford in England. The annual lecture is in honor of the late SUNY Oswego professor Warren Steinkraus. The cost of the seminar is free.
Penfield Penfield Library's new student photo contest has a new deadline. The deadline for the contest is now Saturday, October 6th. Winners of the contest will be announced on October 12th during the library's movie night. The contest is open only to freshmen and new transfer students. To enter the contest, students will take a photo of Penfield Library space or person. The grand prize winner will receive 50 Laker dining dollars, and their photograph will be on the library's featured Facebook page image. Forms are available in Penfield Library at the information desk.
It's time to take a quick look at sports. We'll throw it over to the sports desk with Kelvin Brown.
Thanks, Adam. The Oswego State women's field hockey team was unable to come back from a 2-0 deficit yesterday against non-conference Hotown and finished with a score of 2-1. With 56 remaining before the break, sophomore Tatum McLeod scored the first goal for the Highlanders, putting them up 1-0. After the break, Colleen Sullivan scored the second goal for the Highlanders in the 51st minute. Oswego's Taylor Steen scored the only goal for the team, but it wasn't enough, and the Lakers fall to 1-7. They look to end their losing streak next Wednesday against Wells at 4 p.m. Coming up later, find out which Detroit pitcher set an NL record, why the NFL fans should be excited, and more updates on the NHL lockout.
Coming up after the break, we'll have some news out of Albany regarding Roy McDonald.
And a look at what's making news all around the world.
Like I said, the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network is the nation's largest anti-sexual violence organization, and it's partnered with
Hi, we're Real Big Fish.
And you're watching WTOP 10.
Like the number.
Hair loss. Now this rash on my face, what's going on?
For answers, ask your doctor the right question.
Could I have lupus?
W. TOP.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Meteorologist Brian Donegan. We'll start off with your current conditions. It's 55 outside right now. It's a nice night for late September. Very comfortable, dew point 42, and the winds are pretty light, east-northeast at 7 miles per hour. We got the 60 today for a high, average high 68, so we were a bit below that. We didn't get any rain today. We saw plenty of sunshine, but it's a different story coming our way for tomorrow. Statewide, it's 53 in Syracuse. The cool spots, Glens Falls and Watertown at 45, and the warm spot, New York City, coming in at 69 degrees. The fall foliage report, in the Adirondacks, there is some low color coming up. The peak is in mid-October for most of New York State, but for the Adirondacks, they will peak by the end of September. For the rest of tonight, we'll be in the low 50s. There will be some showers moving in by daybreak, and for tomorrow we'll be in the mid-50s. For tomorrow we'll be in the mid-50s with some rain. Let's catch back up here. Here's your foliage map and your surface map. We've been tracking low pressure over the Great Lakes region. It's tracking eastward. It'll be moving northward into New York State
late tonight, so there could be some rain to greet you as you step out the door in the morning. Take a look at this on the satellite picture. This band of clouds here over Pennsylvania is pushing north, and by tomorrow morning, this rain you see here on the radar will be somewhere in central New York, probably just approaching Oswego by 7 or 8 tomorrow morning. Here that is on our 8 a.m. forecast. You can see, I think the rain will be a little bit farther north than this, but by 2 o'clock you can see there's some heavier rain in eastern New York and the Adirondacks. Here in central New York, some scattered showers. I think the rain will taper to showers by the afternoon. And by 8 o'clock, most of the rain is gone, but just a leftover shower here in Oswego County. So for tonight, the clouds increase, rain moves in toward daybreak. We'll be in the low 50s. For tomorrow, a cool and damp day, only 56 for a high. Rain tapers to showers by the afternoon. And tomorrow night, we should dry out. We'll be around 50 for a low, seasonable for this time of year. Saturday, it looks like a good day if you're going to do some apple picking or go check out the fall foliage in the Adirondacks. We'll be in the low 60s. It should be a dry day, but there will be more clouds than sun. On Sunday, the morning looks okay, but by the afternoon, could be a few showers coming in. We'll be in the mid-60s. For Monday, it looks like there will be a few showers around. There'll be plenty of clouds. Not a washout type day, but by Tuesday, look at that, we're warming back up in the mid-60s, and after that, we could be in the mid-70s by Wednesday and Thursday of next week.
It's crazy with those ups and downs. I know that I cannot wait for a very nice day on Saturday. I did plan on going apple picking on Sunday, so it looks like I might have to do that on Saturday.
Saturday would be the better day to do that, but Sunday won't be a washout, so you might be able to get it in still.
Seems to be 50-50 rain, sunshine, rain, sunshine, so you only get half
fall
that
pattern
fall weather.
here in upstate New York.
Yeah, funny.
Now we're going to throw you back to that live report we mentioned earlier with Pat Malowski. He's at the Campus Center right now. Pat, what do you got for us?
Students are more aware today after today was rain day here on campus in the academic quad. And from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., rain was here to help students be educated about sexual abuse and sexual violence here on campus. And they help show people where they can go, what resources there are on campus, and help raise a little bit of awareness about it. Now, a little on RAIN. RAIN stands for Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, and they're the nation's largest anti-sexual violence organization. Together, they have partnered with over 1,100 local rape crisis centers across the country, and they also operate the National Sexual Assault Hotline, which has helped over 1.5 million people since it was established in 1994. Now, the number for this is 1-800-656-HOPE. And here are some statistics that I would like to tell you about. It really stuck out to me on the RAIN.org website, RAIN, RAINN.org. Every 2 minutes in the United States, someone is sexually assaulted. Now, that's close to 208,000 people a year. Now, out of those 208,000 people a year, 2/3 of them were sexually assaulted by somebody they knew. These next two statistics really stick out to me. 54% of those sexual abuses and sexual assaults were not reported to police. And this one is such a large number. 97% of rapists never spend 1 day in jail. So if you were sexually assaulted or know someone who was sexually assaulted, please talk to someone. Talk to a friend, talk to a parent, talk to a teacher, talk to university police, find someone. Call the hotline number 1-800-656-HOPE, because there is hope. For WTOP 10 News, I'm Patrick Malowski. Thank you. Back to the studio.
The two-term incumbent Senator Roy McDonald will not be moving forward in the race for the 43rd Senate District. In a statement released today, McDonald said he decided he will not actively campaign in the general election on the Independence Party line. McDonald lost the Republican primary to Kathy Mercione earlier this month. In his statement, he said he would be supporting all Republican candidates, including Mercione, in the general election. On Wednesday, Governor Cuomo wrote in a letter that he would endorse McDonald if he continued to be on the third-party line.
Schools in the city of Niagara Falls are set to see major improvements starting this summer after residents voted to approve a multi-million-dollar capital improvement project. The project means that $67 million will be used in upgrades for improvements in the city's schools. The 5-year state-funded projects will focus on the essentials needed at each school, with an added bonus for the local community. District-wide improvements are set to begin in June of 2013. Students and staff are not to be expected to be displaced by the construction.
Just weeks after the nation's memorial of September 11th terror attacks, a federal agency announced more than 50 types of cancer would be covered by a landmark 9/11 healthcare bill. Lawmakers are now worried that there are fewer funds to go around. With no plan to place and avert automatic deficit cuts, the 9/11 Victims Confiscation Fund is a blunt cut of $24 million in January and more than $300 million over the next 5 years. That's even less money available for those suffering with health problems as a result of the terrorist attacks, who are covered under a bill known as the Zed-Roga Act. A Phoenix woman who pretended to have cancer to raise money for breast implants will spend some time in jail.
The judge sentenced Jamie Lynn Toller on Wednesday. Jose Miguel reports.
I am so sorry for violating the trust of those who cared for me, and I'm so sorry for what I did.
She may have apologized, but that wasn't enough. The state wanted Jamie Lynn Toller to pay for what she did.
She took money knowingly from these folks that were just trying to help someone who they believed had a debilitating disease. That is terrible.
Toller pled guilty to theft. Toller admits she lied to family and friends, telling them she had breast cancer, requiring a double mastectomy. Instead, she just wanted a breast job and for others to pay for it.
In my career as a fraud prosecutor, this is one of the worst deceptions that I've seen.
She has punished herself repeatedly for the violation of trust to the people who cared about her and who loved her.
The judge heard the apologies, but was unsympathetic. So when it came time to sentence Toller, he was harsh.
So it would be fairly typical that you receive probation in a case like this. However, the type of deception that has occurred here is what is of great concern to the court.
Toller got 1 year in jail along with 3 years probation. Plus, she has to pay back the money she took. And even though the sentence may seem harsh, she and her attorney accepted it.
Obviously, she didn't think that through. She made a mistake, and she hopes that these people will continue to give as they did in the past.
It was a protest that left many people speechless. A group of naked women with their bodies painted in orange in order to send a message about their reproductive rights. The scene outside the parliamentary building in Uruguay was one of multiple protests in favor against a bill that would legalize abortion in the South American country. Inside the parliamentary building, the debate was heated, with legislators split down the middle. Overcome with emotion, legislator Dario Perez said his conscience as a father did not allow him to vote for the bill, and at the end of the 16-hour marathon session, legislators approved the bill with the slimmest of margins, 50-49.
Its economy was dubbed too big to fail. At $1.4 trillion, now Spain is fighting to keep that from becoming a reality. As it gears up to tighten its belt yet again, anger over cuts has led to major protests on the streets. Thursday, the government announced the details for the budget for next year. Spain's deputy prime minister summed it up pretty candidly. She says the government spending plan for the next year is a budget made in a time of crisis. It includes both deep spending cuts and significant tax increases. When we come back, we'll have Julie McCarthy, but first, here's your late night menu.
Get your Smokey on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Dirty word, water pollution. Kids, it's up to us to keep our lakes and streams clean and beautiful. We've been polluting the water with all kinds of junk like paper, cans, and gooey gunk. It looks ugly and it's killing our fish and ducks. Please don't throw junk in the water. Give a hoot. Don't pollute. In the city or in the woods.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
And now here is Julie McCarthy on how to keep you from getting the flu this season.
Thanks, Brittany. Hi, I'm Julie McCarthy, and it's starting to get cold out here in Oswego, and I've been noticing a lot of people getting sick. Living on a college campus, you might be surprised at how just a single cough or sneeze can spread these germs from one person to another. Especially living in the dorms, where students are sleeping, eating, working, and living together, which means sharing is easy, especially sharing sicknesses. With cold and flu season approaching us, we have to learn how to stay healthy and keep our germs to ourselves. One way of doing this is to instead of cough into our hands, cough into your elbow to stop the spread of germs. Because when you cough into your hand, you'll have to touch other things, which other students will end up touching, leading them to get sick. Other things to think of is to drink a lot of orange juice. I know whenever I'm sick, I always drink a lot of orange juice, and I always wear a scarf outside when it's cold out to keep warm so I don't get even sicker. What do you guys do to keep from getting sick?
Honestly, I just use lots of Purell and
Yeah,
Germ-X.
same. Definitely wash your hands a lot.
Definitely
Use
wash
a
the
lot of Purell
hands.
if you can't wash your hands.
Because in those dorms, you're compacted and
I know
sickness
one
can just
person's
get around.
gotten sick and it's gone around to about like 10 people already.
It's bound to hit me. All of my
Mhm.
roommates are sick and I'm
I
the only one
know.
who's not. Actually, I think there's two of us
I
that
feel
aren't,
it coming on, so I've been drinking a
Yeah.
lot of orange juice. It
Mhm.
definitely helps.
Definitely get the vitamin C. So.
Vitamin C helps your immune system, everything.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Rapper icon Lil Wayne has surpassed the king of rock and roll Elvis Presley as the top solo artist on the Billboard's Top 100 charts. Presley held the spot for 45 years with 108 entries until this year, with Wayne getting one more entry. Young Money Cash Money joined the fellow artists Chris Brown, Tyga, and Wiz Khalifa in their music video Celebration. This song has put Wayne in the top 100, increasing his reign as the top solo artist.
The rumors about the recent Bachelorette breakup seem to be untrue. The new couple of Jeff and Emily have denied all rumors, as Emily says the couple just tries to laugh about it and not read it, as they both trust each other. Emily and Jeff have set a tentative date for next spring for their wedding ceremony.
Well, now we'll take a full look at sports with Kelvin Brown.
Detroit Tigers took on the Kansas City Royals today in hopes to take the AL Central from the Chicago White Sox. Let's jump to the highlights. Doug Fister took the mound today in an effort to get his 11th win of the season. Jump to the top of the fifth. No on, no out, and he strikes out one, strikes out two. How about another? He strikes out three. He strikes out the side. We continue to the sixth. He keeps going. Wait, can we get one more? Keeps going. Wait, do we have one more? We keeps going. That's 6 straight strikeouts. Wait, he's still going. That's 7. That's 8. Oh my goodness, one more, and he ties the AL record. Let's see if he can do it. It turns out he finishes with 9 straight, but Billy Butler hits the home run into the right field, tying it at 4. Doug Fister finished the game with an AL record 9 straight strikeouts. The video was cut off, but as you can see, the Tigers come back in the bottom of the ninth to win 5-4. Moving on to the NFL, the referee lockout is finally over. Well, almost. The NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell temporarily lifted the lockout so that the real refs can call the Baltimore versus Cleveland game tonight. However, the owners still have to vote on the proposed deal this Saturday. If approved, This deal will be in place for the next 8 years, including additional refs on the field, making a total of 7, and the two sides resumed talks just after the controversial touchdown catch at the end of the Seahawks versus Packers game. And in the NHL, the lockout continues to remain in place as both sides agreed to resume talks tomorrow. The NHL announced that the remainder of the preseason was canceled. This was the second cancellation after they announced that only the games in September would be canceled. Opening day is still, however, to take place October 11th. That's it for sports. I'm Calvin Brown, and now back over to the desk.
Thanks. When we come back, we'll take another look at your forecast.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love.
How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork?
I help keep kids in school.
Good.
And that's the name of the game.
My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
WTOP TV 10, Oswego, New York. I'm Naked Cowboy.
And now we'll take a final look at your forecast with meteorologist Brian Donegan.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Oswego. Well, it'll be dry for the night tonight. I mean, there will be a few clouds around, and by the time we wake up tomorrow morning, that's about when the rain will start to move in. When you wake up at 8 o'clock, it'll be around 53 degrees, so grab the raincoat when you go out because there's going to be a pretty steady rain around for much of the morning. By lunchtime, you might see the rain start to taper off a bit, and then by the afternoon, there'll still be a few showers around. So for tomorrow, overall, it's going to be a pretty rainy, damp day, not a good day to be outside. So if you have outdoor plans tomorrow, I would cancel them, hold them off till Saturday. Saturday looks like it's going to be a much better day. It'll be dry. There'll be plenty of clouds around, but it should be a dry day. And then Sunday, it looks good in the morning, and then by the time we get to the afternoon, there's a threat for a shower or two, and then by next week, we warm back up again by Wednesday. So
good.
I know I haven't broke out my rain boots yet, but it looks like they'll be coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, tomorrow you might want to get them out when you
I know, I've been hopeful that I can just stay in sandals and boat shoes, but
we'll get the rain boots out tomorrow, get the sandals back out next week. Next week.
I wouldn't recommend an umbrella though. You know,
in Oswego,
exactly.
Umbrellas just
That's
flip.
like,
yeah, not a good idea.
Too much wind.
And if you're small, you're getting blown away.
Home of broken umbrellas, as they say. I don't know if they say that, but
that's why I just get a rain jacket.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bother with an umbrella in Oswego.
And that'll do it for us here at WTOP 10 News. For the 10 News team,
I'm Calvin Brown.
I'm Brian Donegan.
I'm Brittany Hoffman.
And I'm Adam Rupsik. Thanks for tagging along. We'll see you Sunday.
Have a good night.
All right.